Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Skyblock. Last episode, we cured up these two guys behind us, and today we get to do stuff with them because we need way more than just two, and these two are the key to that. And I've spent, between the last two episodes, farming up a ton of mob drops, mostly focusing on this because we're going to need some of that, and I've also expanded. I went ahead and got us a ton more room because I want to start a little cityscape out here. Now that we have villagers going on, we're going to have a villager trading area. We're going to have a villager breeder. We're going to have a iron farm, and I want them to look like it's a big city type thing going on. I'm kind of inspired by Studio Ghibli type thing. My envision now is it's a train centric world. By train, I mean mostly minecarts. We're going to have minecart tracks taking us to all of our different destinations. And of course, we had to get an iron farm going before we do that. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So our villager breeder, it's going to be a train stop. How's that? A little like a train station. And that's where the villagers come out of and then go off to their different destinations. And I've got this area here kind of flagged out. And it's two chunks. Our building is less than a chunk, but that gives us room to play with. And I spent the time between episodes sat here just farming up a ton of supplies. As you can see, I've got a bunch of resin. Up here is cobbled deep slate. That's overflow for cobbled deep slate. Got a bunch of these. I made a whole bunch more of these. I've gone through so many of these and I filled this one up. I wanted to start the episode with all these chests full, except for this one. This one is tough. I went back to the trial chamber and scalped the top half of the roof of tough bricks. Just as many as I could get with a action bar full of stone picks. And that'll get us quite a ways. I also have, what do I have here? A bunch of regular stone. I've also grown a bunch of trees. And I have wood galore. So we're set. We're ready. I'm itching to build stuff, like actually get something down here built that looks like something that has been built and not just something that is hanging out in a Skyblock world. I'm pretty stoked. So I also have discovered something that is really, really cool, and it's going to be really, really handy for moving these villagers around all over this place with minimal powered rails and stuff. Let me just show you. We're going to go to my creative world real quick and let me show you what I've discovered. Okay, so something that I remember hearing about a few years back, but I've never really actually messed with. But there's a really neat little glitch in the game where if a mob, specifically a mob, not a player, but a mob is in a boat and then a minecart picks up that boat, it will continue with its current momentum endlessly, like forever. It won't stop. It just keeps going. It doesn't matter if you go uphill, downhill, around hills, or under hills. It's just going to keep going. So I thought, what if we put a dispenser here with chest boats so it just picks up one person, and then delayed behind that, a dispenser with a minecart to pick up the boat. We can move these guys wherever. So here, let me show you. So we got two guys in here. Pop this, the boat dispenses, picks him up, and then he comes over here. Now he stopped because I have a block here. But if I lower this block, and even though there aren't any tracks under there, he's just going to keep going. He's going to keep going. He went uphill and he's going downhill. He's just going to keep going forever. I can't change to this momentum. I can't pull him back the other direction. He's going to go that way. And even if I broke this block and he comes off the end, look, he's still going. He's just going. These things will just continue to go endlessly forever without any kind of powered rail, without any kind of effort, without any interaction between me and them. They just keep going. So that's how I'm going to set up my villager pickup area here. So we got a waterlogged block because you got to dispense into water. And then we have these 3 power rails. I have enough gold to make a set of power rails, so that's 6. So that'll leave us 3 left over, but we won't need more than 3. So I just need enough to get this cart to go from here to there and pick up the boat. And then off we go. And then just enough redstone to set up this little piston, 2 repeaters, and yeah, I have a little over of a stack of redstone. So that's, I mean, and this is for filling up the boats. And then from the back side of this will be on the outside wall of the breeder. We can fill up mine carts into that one. And then we just have to push this button and we get ourselves another villager. And there he goes. He's just going to keep going on forever. This guy over here is probably still moving. Let me see. Still moving. Still moving. We're still going. So I thought that was super cool. I thought I remembered something about mobs and boats and mine carts. I had to play around with it, and this is absolutely perfect for our Skyblock world because it's so minimal in resources. It's and it just works. Okay, back to our world. Okay, now that we're back here, I kind of have an idea of how I want this to work. So start here with the breeder, and then probably somewhere over here will be an iron farm, but I'm going to set up two of them. I want them to be like one here and then one over here. And I thought we might make a little bridge where the iron golems come across and then drop down and get cooked, because these will be far enough apart from each other to be not interacting. But that will be cool. Now it can make us like a little couple archways here to go off into more of the cityscape, but we'll have an iron farm dropping right here with all of our iron, and then we can start making some crop farms and other things, and off back that way we can start doing villager trading. And I don't know if I want to do a whole trading hall or if I want to set up like a little town where with different buildings being the different stuff. You guys give me some ideas down there, but I want to start bringing it up in levels. I want to start going up and in different directions, and like we have mine carts that take us to all these different areas in our world. I think that's gonna be super cool. I'm super excited about this. Maybe we can get some airships involved too, like in various places. Eventually we're gonna have to take down all these little trails that we've made because they're kind of ugly, but I think I have an idea for when and how to do that. But that's gonna involve going to the nether, which we aren't doing this episode. This episode we're breeding villagers. So let me get some stuff together and we'll get to work building this breeder up. Okay, first thing I want to do is I actually want to raise this up a couple blocks. So I have room underneath as like a little maintenance area and some room for redstone and whatnot, and just kind of get things up off of this bottom floor here just a tad. So I'm going to go around and raise these couple chunks worth of side up, and this will get us started on the elevation we want to be at. Okay, and now I think I'm actually going to start using some solid blocks around here, but first I'm going to make a way up. And this will be probably temporary. We'll have to shift this around as the city grows, but this is about the level that I want to start at. And then we can go up or down. I want to get away from this flat plane that we've got going on. We have a little bit of elevation here and a little bit there, but I want to get it elevated, and I want some interest in this city. But I'm also gonna have to be careful now that we're using solid blocks to make sure that everything is nice and spawn proof. So I'm gonna keep that on for now and see if we can get this somewhat interesting, especially in this corner here. Probably need to rearrange my walls a bit here, or maybe just add an extra guardrail or two here and there. That should do. Probably swap that out for some solid blocks and put an extra guardrail right there. And that kind of works. Yeah, that kind of works. Right. And then I'm going to bring this over that way and start building up our platform. Okay, I thought we'd build up the villager collection system first, and then make sure that that's in order, and then we can build the building up around it. I need 2 repeaters, and then I need 2 dispensers. Luckily, I got a bunch of broken bows. Makes this real nice and easy. It's good because I haven't found a single piece of string anywhere in my world yet, and that's a bit of a bummer, but we will get some spider spawnage at some point. I think I need a lever, probably a couple buttons just for funsies, and then I need to make I don't know where that would be. I think it goes like this, and then we go like this, and then this, or is it like this? Well, let me look this up real quick. I know it's something like this. Hold on. Okay, I was doing one too many sticks. It only needs 1 stick. 6 gold bars, but only 1 stick. And we get 6 of these out of that. And that's the last of our gold, except for a few little nuggets. Okay. And I got some glass cooking too. Cooked up basically all of our sand. We'll have to get some more sand. I know we can farm husks for it. But right now, I don't actually need that much sand, so I'm not too concerned. I think we have just enough to get done what we need to get done over here in this thing. Start farming sugarcane because I need books for lecterns, but that's for another day. All right, let me get this set up real quick. Okay, I've got our footprint here, and we are 7 by 13. I think that's going to be big enough. It's pretty small footprint, but it should get us all the villagers we need. So we're going to find on this end here, we're going to knock out this block because this is where our button is going to go. So I've got these as my redstone blocks because they're very bright, and I notice that I don't want to delete those. This is our wall. They're going to be a block. I think I'm going to go with tough along the bottom here. But first I need to put a piece of redstone down and then a tough block on top of that. And that's where our button is going to be. And that's what we press to get a villager dispensed to us anytime we need one. And then we can put our dispenser 2 blocks in from the door in the floor. That's kind of why I needed to raise this up a bit, because we need this in the floor pointing up into a waterlogged block. So I'm going to use these mangrove roots. I'm going to go refill my bucket real quick. Okay, and then pointing into the dispenser, we need to get actually, you know what? Nope, this is all wrong. This is not where I wanted that to be. So hold up. This needs to go 1 more block in. Okay, yeah, this needs to go 1 more block in. Redstone. And then we're going to go with a block next to this. And our repeater is going to be pointing into that block because we need to take a redstone signal out of that block afterwards. Because we need the boat to dispense first. And then a few seconds later, or a couple ticks later, we're going to have our minecart dispense. And this is the wall right here. So that's going to be where our minecart dispenser is going to be. Right there. Remove that. Put a repeater there. And we're going to set this to 4 ticks, so there's a good delay behind that and our boat dispenser. So now I need to get another tough block, put it there. That should dispense. Let's see. Let's make sure that we're actually working here. Yep, okay, that works. Perfect. So now I need to bring my mangrove roots once again, place them here, waterlog that. Once again, go refill my water bucket. Okay, and then we're gonna have a powered rail going like that, and then we got to put a torch here to power that. And then on this side, we're going to do this, and it's going to come out this way because this is going to be our doorway out into wherever we want these guys to end up. So we're just going to do that real quick. So this should dispense a boat, and then my cart, and I need to get a way to fill up our boats. Single hopper is for us. The one we are down to like almost no iron, so we've got to get these villagers up and running and get some iron production, because with iron we could do all sorts of things. And I have exactly 3 carts because that's how many villagers we will need for the iron farm. So that will get us started along with 3 boats. So that is that. And then on top of this is where we're going to put our villager collection. So it starts here. That's where it ends. We're going to go 5 blocks. 5. And then I need a temporary block. I brought these. These things right here are great temporary blocks, and you can use them wherever you would normally use dirt, especially in Skyblock. Dirt is very much at a premium, and I don't want to waste it or potentially accidentally lose any, so I'm just going to use these. And these can be insta-mined with your fist, which is super handy. Build this up 2 blocks. This is where our baby villagers will end up in, and then they grow up into adult villagers waiting to be picked up by the minecart. So then we're going to do a temporary block there, glass block, break that, and then I need a slab. Put the slab there, and then I just need to pillar up and get some water in this channel, just like that, and we should be all set. Now the only thing left to do is to build up the building around it, and then get a platform for farmers to hang out, farm up some carrots, feed each other the carrots, and then decide to make a baby. And then they make the baby, and the baby is going to try to jump onto some beds. He's going to run across a trap door instead, fall into our little trap here, our collection system, and then hang out here. And then when we need a villager, we do this, and it picks it up and takes it off. Perfect. I'm going to refill these. And the reason I'm using the chest boats, I think I mentioned that, is so we only pick up 1 villager at a time, because it goes across this twice, and we'll end up getting 2 villagers if we don't use the chest boat. So this is how we limit that. So now I just need to build this up. And the kind of palette that I'm going for, the vibe, I want it to feel like kind of like a sketchbook over here, like a black and white sketchbook. So I'm going to be doing a lot of like grayscale stuff, you know, pale oak, some tuff, some stone, probably some like deep slate for the darker charcoal shading and that sort of thing. I want it to feel like somebody just sketched this world. I think that'd be really cool. That's the vibe that I'm kind of feeling. So I've got some blocks picked out and an idea for the building, and I'm gonna start building it. So you guys sit back, enjoy, and I'll bring it back once we got something. And there it is, our train station. And this is kind of the stopper point here. And I can lower this and send them on their ways when we need to. And I have to have these 2 here to keep the track or the cart on the track. I might figure out something a little bit better for those. But for right now, maybe some bushes. I need to get some more bushes, but I don't want to waste a whole bunch of leaves because I'm still collecting saplings from those. So I kind of did a preliminary bushwork. I'm probably going to edit this just a little bit. But if you look down here, you can see this is all of our villager catching, and they grow up, and then we can get them in a minecart and a boat and send them on their way. And then up top here, if we climb up this way, you can see this is where the farmers are going to be doing their thing. I'm missing a stair there. I'll fix that. And then the babies, they see this, they want to come in here and play on the beds, but they can't. Oops, how did I fall down there? That shouldn't have been able to fall down there. Hold on a second. I got to get out of here. And now that's back together. But they try to jump in here, get in the beds, but they can't. They fall in the hole and go down there just like I did. And of course, it's raining again. It is forever raining, always raining. Now, only thing left to do is to get our 2 villagers up in there, feed them some carrots, and hopefully get ourselves some babies, because this is the beginning of great things. The whole world opens up once these guys start making babies. All right, so I think, in theory, I should be able to get them both on this track and just have to build this track out once. So I'm going to kind of hopscotch it. I'm going to go as far as I can, put a block, and then scavenge the track that's behind them and keep going until we get them up there. So I've got a dispenser here with a minecart, a couple powered rails, and I should be able to just grab this guy onto a cart. Well, that didn't work. Come on, get in the cart. Get in the cart. Maybe it's because of the roof, or does he need to be in water? Okay, what happens if I put a lead on you and then I go up? Do you go up too? There you go. Okay, perfect. Okay, here goes nothing. There we go. That is the ticket. We got to be on a waterlogged block, and you're just gonna keep going back and forth. Okay, I need you to go forward, sir. Oh man, it is dead set on going that direction. Oh, that is interesting. I did not see that coming. Okay, got him. Stop. All right, we have merry-go-round carts. Awesome. Okay. Okay, new plan. I'm gonna drag them over there and hope for the best. Maybe I can lift them up in the air high enough, get them to land inside of where I want them to be. There we go. Up and at him. Now he's in here. Let's grab you. He is in place. I'm gonna leave him in the boat for now because I gotta leave that wall wide open. Let's go. Up. And you're free. Let's replant these. Give you guys a bunch of carrots. See, they want to get over there to them beds, but they can't. And then I gotta sneak out of here while they're distracted. Okay, done. Now I'm just gonna sleep, clean up my mess, put these mine carts back in here. I think I hear a baby. They're doing stuff. I heard a baby. And there's the baby. We have a baby. It's a baby. We've made a baby. All right, we just gotta wait for him to get all grown up. See what these guys are doing up here. They're doing stuff. They've already made one baby. They're sharing the carrots. Very cool. It's working. It's working. We've made one extra villager at least so far. I need to fix that hole in the backside there. All right, and there we have it. It is breeding villagers. We have at least one extra now. I'm going to keep an eye on this, see if we can get a couple more. But for now, I would say it is working, and that's awesome. Next episode, we're going to get started on our iron farm, start producing more iron because I have used just about every piece of iron I have. making this. So we need to get on iron production ASAP. But that's going to be all the time we have for today. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to leave a like. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Till next time, this has been Neely. Bye-bye.